be live. We're working on it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there
Happy
wasn't
Saturday.
copyrights. There we go. Yeah, we're going to just say hi for a minute or two or three. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Plant-Based Power page, our Zooms, and remember our camera's over here today, Sharon. That makes it a little weird sometimes.
Technology today.
We're zooming to multiple places at once. I guess we're not zooming technically. We're just sharing.
We're excited to talk about one of our favorite subjects today.
Rocking around the Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Rocking.
We don't have ours up yet. Who's got theirs up? We need help.
Well, we
do.
do.
A substitute.
Your sister's coming today, so maybe we could just make them help us put up the Christmas tree and stuff. We don't like putting up stuff. We don't like it.
She might like it. I think she does. She already has hers.
I got an idea for an invention: a Santa hat that doesn't feel sweaty.
Really?
Yeah, because it's always.
Make a lot of money on that.
It's always. Tell me in the comments, guys. Do you wish your Santa hat didn't make you sweaty? I got a giant Tower Garden light just beaming on my face.
I know.
Oh well. Well, welcome everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah coming up. New Year's right around the corner. We are very, very excited. If you're on Facebook, give me a shout out. I think on my StreamYard, I'll see your comments come in here. I think you have to click on a little thing to authorize you. And that'll let me see your comments live and use your proper name and stuff. So, oh, Sharon's checking this out. Man, you wouldn't believe our setup we got going here. It's pretty cool. All right, so we do have one person we're waiting to get on, I think, to the Zoom line.
Yes.
And we're trying to hold off. But you know what? You can always see the replay.
Right.
If you're seeing the replay, go ahead and give me a hashtag replay down there.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag replay.
I know you guys have been seeing a lot. If you're following me on social media, I've been sharing about my health journey, and I had a cardiac scare a couple months ago, but now I'm in cardiac rehab with in a program featuring Dean Ornish curriculum, Dr. Dean Ornish, reversing heart disease, and been eating really healthy and really taking care of myself. So thank you for all the love and support I'm getting from you guys that are my friends on social. If you're on one of the other platforms, you can follow me over at Facebook. Just search for Doug Farrar. You can't miss this face. It's shocking when you see it. Actually, I think it's a picture of the two of us, and we look red for some reason.
Oh,
you see
yeah.
that there?
We should change that.
But the Tower Garden has been a huge part of my health journey. You know, but that health journey kind of goes back further than that. It goes back a long time because I know
you've made lots of changes.
I have made changes, and I have been sharing a lot about Tower Gardens on social media. A lot of you guys see that. Now people are wanting to learn more about heart disease prevention, so I'm sharing a lot about that. But this journey goes. It turns out if I would just listen to this lady right here, okay. Here's my marital advice. Just listen to the wife because it's been a long time. It's embarrassing how long a time she's been. And look at her and then look at me. I'm getting better though.
Right.
But and it's not just about weight. It's what you eat. And she's never been like the chicken wing pizza girl. She's always had this bend towards
double cheeseburger, stromboli,
calzone. These are the it's like a listing of my sins. The list is long. But let's get going because now we're acting like we're on a live and not on Zoom, and we got to get through our presentation. We are. Well, can we go back and you share a little bit about our journey a while ago and health and stuff like that?
A while ago.
Well, from the beginning.
Well, neither of us were very healthy in college, I would say, when we met.
At Florida State University.
Those Seminoles.
Okay.
Those were the days.
Rocking the house, not running the Christmas. Go ahead.
Right, that's true. So I learned about Juice Plus 23 years ago from a friend of mine who was always healthier. You know, she was a juicer. Her family had juice to help fight disease. And she was just so excited. I said, sign me up, because I knew I wasn't taking vitamins, I wasn't eating properly, I was drained, I had allergies, I had skin issues, all kinds of things. And
Sounds gross.
yeah, well, you liked it.
Gross.
Anyway, so, and then when Doug would come to hold my hand, there'd be a Kleenex in my
That was
hand.
gross. And
I was like,
I
this
called
is part
her.
of us.
I called her medical girl. That was wrong. She always seemed to have
Can't
something
believe you
going on.
admitted that.
I never have before. Go
Right,
ahead. All right, let's move past
this.
this.
Is true confession. So anyway, I'm like, sign me up, and it totally changed my health trajectory, and it helped us as a family get on a better track. So what we do for Juice Plus is just take some capsules or some chewables to get plant-based powders that are really functional for our bodies to get the right nutrients. And then we also do a healthy vegan shake. Well, Doug didn't always do all that stuff, but anyway, it has protected him over the years. He has a history of heart disease in his family, things like that. And we have some really good studies on Juice Plus showing it works. Well, I always used to do presentations, which I still do, and people would say, oh, you just take capsules and drink shakes, that's all you're doing? No, can you show that slide? So later, our company decided to integrate the Tower Garden. So yes, we take capsules or chewables and we drink shakes and have bars like at racquetball. But we also have the Tower Garden to remind us to eat healthier, to put some kale in our smoothies, or to have a arugula salad, or to make some pesto with the basil, anything that offers live food. So our company integrated this about 11 years ago into the Juice Plus company. So that's why sometimes you'll hear us talk about Juice Plus, sometimes you'll hear us talk about the Tower Garden. It's all from the same company, and it's all to help us get healthier with whole food nutrition, not isolated vitamins, and it's to try to get as pure as possible for our bodies to function better.
Yes. And welcome Denny to the Zoom. Hello, hello.
Nice.
And welcome Denise. Oh, it says, well, maybe that's
Right.
short. That's a cool short one.
Denise.
And hello on Facebook and YouTube. If you just leave me a replay message if you're on the replay and say hello. We love interaction. So as you have questions about Tower Gardens as we go, hit us with the questions.
Yeah.
And here's the
absolutely.
stars of the show.
Right.
On the left side, you have what's called the Tower Garden Flex, and it's more designed for an outdoor usage. It's got a little bigger footprint. It's a little more stable and sturdy. Good for growing viney vegetables and things like that. And on the right, you have the Tower Garden Home, which is actually, I have one right here running behind us. And this is the Tower Garden Home. And it is a super
cute.
duper, just to show you, the promotional pictures don't look much different than mine. Look, I have some,
Right.
Oh no, there goes the, it gets so bright. Look at this
Wait,
beautiful
turn on the light.
lettuces. Look at this. This is a purple kale that I started. I started this on my outdoor garden. I just moved it inside. This is a red oak leaf lettuce. Just beautiful. So the Tower Garden, we're going to teach you how it works and everything coming up. But oh, we got some basil over here. So you can just grab basil and go make some pesto. This is, what is this again? Jasmine? No.
Rosemary?
No, it smells good.
Lavender.
Lavender.
I'm not sure.
Smell
We
that.
just like to smell it.
Woo.
I'm not sure.
So it makes it really easy to just
There's
grab.
arugula.
I've got arugula over there.
Mhm.
It's pretty incredible. So you can just grab some fresh produce and go eat it. I mean, what's simpler than that? It's the best.
Super
Okay.
simple.
And for this holiday season, we want to recommend that maybe you consider doing what I did. And well, first of all, you should have a tower. Everybody should have a Tower Garden. We're going to tell you why in a few minutes. But also, gifting one to somebody you care for and you love. I gave my mom a Tower Garden a couple years ago at Mother's Day, and it's been like no turning back. She is a real Tower Gardener now, and she is getting it done. It's amazing.
She loves it.
And she loves it. She just absolutely loves it. So something to think about.
Planting the little seedlings and everything. It
It's
starts from seed. You just plant it into the rock wool, which is spun volcanic fiber, and then it sprouts, little green sprouts, and you stick it in the Tower Garden, and it grows these big plants. It's like making money, they say.
yeah. It's like growing
This
money.
helps you for seeds.
And the cool thing is you get a great harvest. The tower garden grows 3 times as fast. The plants give off 30% more yield. This is from a study done at the University of Mississippi. Look at the picture here. This gal is just harvesting, and notice how there's lettuce leaves in the bowl she has there. So you know, when you buy lettuce at the store, you get your lettuce, you take it home. It's a whole head of lettuce, and it's done. Well, in the tower garden, when you're growing your own, you just peel off the leaves that you want to eat from the back of it, and it keeps growing. So you actually get about 2 months of food off of one single lettuce plant.
You just keep cutting it, it keeps growing back, cutting it, going back. So it's nowhere near the amount of money that it costs to buy bagged salad or a head of lettuce.
It's amazing.
Pretty amazing.
And it produces, if you did pick a whole head of lettuce at a mature state, it'd be this big. So it's not like those wimpy little things you get at the store. This is a monster. And look at that eggplant. I don't even know what to do with that thing. I'm not an eggplant guy. I grew some collard greens recently.
You weren't a collard green guy either.
No, but now that I'm making health changes, you start to learn to love certain things. And those collard greens right there, I simply took the vein out of the middle. I sauteed them in some vegetable broth. Well, first I sauteed some red pepper flakes and garlic. Then I put the collard greens in there for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then squeezed some lemon juice over the top, a little bit of salt and pepper, and it was delish. You know, so
Denise says she knows what to do with that big eggplant. We need to get you some. Oh, with the eggplant. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So
we got collard greens for you, Denise.
We have too much. Sharon's going to take it back in a minute and show you guys our regular towers. I can't eat enough collard greens. I have some in the fridge now, and there's still too many on the plant. And it's 1 port out of 24 or 28 on my tower garden. So it's amazing how much you can grow. So the tower garden is convenient. If you look at this beautiful raised bed that somebody grew, I grabbed this picture off the internet. I used to do in-ground gardening like this.
It didn't look like that. It didn't.
Oh. Well, it didn't. No, it was hard, and it's dirty, and you have to water it, and the weeds come in. You put down the weeds come right through the weed barrier. It's amazing. So it's hard. And you know what? It's not that cheap. I know people that have said, nah, I'm not going to get a tower garden. It costs a little too much for me. Well, and then they go and build a raised bed. Well, have you looked at those kits?
Somebody come and build them.
You're looking at couple $100 to build the bed itself. You're looking at the dirt. Have you tried to buy some of that good planting dirt, the potting soil? It's like $8 a bag. You know how many bags are gonna go into that thing? A ton. Then you got to water it. What are you going to do? Put it in irrigation? Otherwise, you're going to be out there every day hand watering. Okay, all that stuff is solved with the tower garden. There is no dirt. There's no digging, no weeding, and it definitely cuts down on your grocery bills.
So I think that I always went wrong with the watering part of plants. I always thought they didn't really need it that much. So I mean, even the poinsettias that are in the house, I'm pretty sure they need water. And
they'll be dead by New
them
Year's
like a week ago. But yeah, they're going to be dead. And that's what used to happen to the garden too. And so that's one thing, the watering. So with the tower garden, it recycles with electricity the water, and use the same water. You're not wasting water either. And the other thing is that the garden never looked that good, but also sometimes when you're growing, it looks yellowish in the dirt. And that means your pH is off. With the tower garden, you can test the pH with the water kit, where you just put a few drops, you see what the pH is, and you correct for it. I think it's easy to correct in the water. It's really hard, I would imagine.
It's really hard
to correct it in the dirt. I don't know.
It's really hard. I'm working. I love taking care of my lawn too, so I'm working on the lawn. Unfortunately, there's not a tower garden lawn I can have. So you actually have to dig up all around the yard dirt and mix it together and send it off to a laboratory. Then they send you your pH results, and then you have to buy a bunch of fertilizers to adjust it, and it takes over time to adjust it. It's really hard.
Not like organic, non-toxic.
No. In fact, there's a ban on certain fertilizers right now in Florida. We can't use nitrogen or potassium. All right, so But let's talk about health and nutrition. Another reason you should have a tower garden or buy one for somebody. Oh my gosh, my mom is signed in on Facebook. Hi, Mom.
Awesome.
She's the one that I gave the tower garden to. Mom, if you want to come on Sharon's Zoom line,
I'll send her the link.
we're going to send you a link right now, and you can tell everybody about how to do tower garden. Okay, so health and nutrition. Look at the picture there. I mean, you don't really think about this when you're eating, fruits or vegetables. You don't always think about where do they come from, who has handled them, how have they been handled, what's been sprayed on them. Is it organic? Is it really organic? What's growing in the field next to the organic? Where do the workers go to the bathroom?
Oh, you went there.
Awkward. Okay, I mean, have you ever driven past?
Not to mention that.
Well, I'm telling you, I have yet to see a field where they're harvesting fruits and vegetable or anything, and I don't see like porta potties out there or a building with a bathroom. Just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, so you get clean food. You can control your food. You're not going to go to your grocery store and it's bare. When that happens, I'm good. When the prices go up, I'm good. Hi, Mom. Let's hold off. It's more nutrient dense when it's picked at the peak of ripeness. Like if I picked off a piece of lettuce right here, this lettuce was picked 5 seconds ago.
Right. Really important.
What happens to the food after it's picked, Sharon?
Like when it's picked in like California to be shipped to Florida, it's picked like 2 weeks before, maybe. It's definitely not picked right then. So it takes time, and after you pick something, that's when it starts to degrade as far as nutrients. So it's nice to know that you're getting like 100% of your nutrients when you're picking it right off your own tower garden. So that's a really cool thing, because live enzymes are good for live people. You don't necessarily want dead food. So as much live as you can get, the better.
Hey, Mom, can we hear you? Want to say hi? Uh-oh. I'm not sure she's... Oh, there's a spotlight thing.
Oh, no,
I don't think your audio is working. We can't hear you. You can connect? I will let you work on that. And if you start talking, we'll bring you on. But sometimes you have to go down to the microphone button and choose your audio source, which is going to be computer audio or something like that. Oh, we lost her.
Well, she might come back.
All right. Mom's better at tower gardening than technology. She is 81, and it's amazing. She's out there growing her own food. All right, so let's keep going. What about education? Here's an awesome picture of some kids growing a tower garden in the classroom. The kids take care of it. We've put in tower gardens in lots of schools, community centers, boys and girls clubs. I recall this, the Lubavitch Education Center down in Miami. They put in a whole memorial garden, and the 8th grade girls took care of it. And Sharon and I got to go down and teach them how to grow seedlings. And they were naming their tower gardens and having a good old time. So they're great in education if you know any teachers or homeschool families. And not only do they learn about biology and how plants grow, but they start eating better food because they're growing it. Okay, so churches is another place that we've had tower gardens go into. And then sometimes like retirement centers and things like that. And even here in Jacksonville, the MD Anderson Cancer Center, as part of their recovery from cancer, they have like an area where they have fresh fruits and vegetables. I think they teach them how to eat better and things like that. In my Cornish cardiac rehab, I'm actually tomorrow night going to have our dietitian come on kitchen there and take a look. And she's excited about the idea of having them also in the cardiac rehab center. So it's pretty cool. Another thing that some people really love is sustainability. Many more of us should love it even more, because there's definitely, if you know what's going on with water, especially out west in California, the Colorado River is getting lower and lower. That feeds the water to California, who produces like 70 to 80% of our leafy greens and avocados and things like that. So as our population of the earth grows, we have to start thinking about how we are going to feed everybody. In order to feed everybody, we have to have bigger and bigger farms, theoretically. Or if you go back a couple hundred years, everybody was growing stuff in their own backyard. Now, then we get back to that point of, do you grow it the easy way or the hard way? Well, growing it this way, the easier way, not only is it easier to grow, but it uses minimal water because it's 100% recycled through the tower garden. There's a smaller CO2 footprint because we're not shipping things and shipping it on boats and trains and trucks and all that. And you know what? Because it grows so well, we don't have to use as much pesticides and herbicides and things like that because they're so health grown. There's no soil in all the places that those little critters like to hang out. So it's pretty cool. It's a very sustainable practice and a sustainable way to grow. So what can you actually grow on the tower garden? Well, this is just a short list of the more popular things you can grow. Basically, you can grow anything that isn't a tree or a root.
And it typically tastes better than anything you could buy in the store.
Yeah.
The arugula is super strong, and people love it. You know, all the herbs are really strong and taste so good.
You can also grow flowers. Some people grow flowers. I usually grow a little, maybe some marigolds. They attract some of the pollinator bees and butterflies that like to help out with the tomatoes. So it's cool to see how that ecosystem works.
Mm-hmm. I love the lettuces.
That's my favorite. I love growing the lettuces. All right, so how does the tower garden work? I haven't really thought this through. I think I have to open up another window here and open that video up real quick. Video sharing. Not even go to the video. Let's just talk about it.
I'll show them how it works when I go.
Why don't you go out there? I think it's about time. Yeah. It's time for Sharon to go.
Zoom also?
Good luck. All right, this could be a lapse in technology about to happen.
Right. Keep talking.
All right, so it works well, and you know, a couple of questions, things that come up over and over. You know, what about bugs, and are there still bugs? Well, there's always going to be bugs. Bugs want to eat too, right? I do notice there's less bugs when you're indoors. But that can also create some issues if you have something that requires pollination. So we teach you, there's a lot of support that comes with the tower garden. We have a Facebook group with thousands of people in it. And of course, when you get one from us, we support you and we're always available to answer any questions. If you're little, I know some of people in our community might be watching this right now on Facebook. I'll actually, when you buy a tower garden, I'm going to start your first seedlings for you. And I'll come over, make sure you're set up, make sure you don't do anything, wrong as far as getting it going, and then I'll have the seedlings ready for you to go. So there's always going to be support like that. All right, Sharon, unmute. Let's hear it.
Back here, love it. And we've got 2 of our tower gardens going right now, and they are they're with the extensions. So when you have just a regular tower garden, it's about 5 foot tall, and that's 20 pods or ports. If you get the extensions, like 2 more levels, then it's 8 more. So this is 28 on this tower garden, 28 on this tower garden. You can see the collard greens are going nuts. Look how gigantic they are. And like Doug said, they're all in one port. Can you see that, Dougie?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And they're just branching out from there. There's like 2, it was like from 2 seeds because there's 2 different branches of that. And so that's pretty darn amazing. So it makes you wonder, like, what am I going to do with these collard greens? It helps you to gift to neighbors or friends. Denise, you're welcome to stop by and get some of this. We've got romaine lettuce that's gone crazy. We've got, what kind of lettuce is this? Crisp
Leaf lettuce.
Crisp lettuce. Leaf lettuce. I mean, look at this. I just tore that off, and isn't that amazing? You put it on whatever sandwich you're having, and it's amazing. It tastes great. Down here is where the water and nutrients are in the very bottom of the bucket, and it's got 20 different, 20 gallons of water, and also the nutrients that feed all the different plants. You don't need different nutrients for different plants. You know how you go to the store and it says, get this food for tomatoes, get this food for peppers. You don't need that. It's all the same nutrients in the tower garden that serves all the different plants. So we've got tomato plants back here. We've got some little green tomatoes. Wow, these are awkwardly shaped tomatoes. You don't see that at the store.
Those are San Marzano tomatoes from seeds from Italy, and they're gonna make spaghetti sauce that's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait. And here's some kale, some dinosaur kale. Here's some parsley. These are all parsley from one plant. What else you got here? This, I think, is jalapeno. We haven't really been tending to it too much. As you can see, it's getting a little overgrown. We're not even paying attention. That's a baby jalapeno. You just never know what you're going to get. It's like a little surprise out here. And then we got mint. Pretty amazing. People love mint. Put that in their drinks. This is an amazing head of lettuce. And some more tomatoes. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's a lot of tomatoes. And just all kinds of things. So whatever you want to grow. Here's basil. The plants. So basically the tower garden takes the 20 gallons of water and it has a pump. It's like an aquarium pump. It's not a big deal. The pump makes the water go all the way to the top, this shower cap, and then it trickles down the roots of the different plants. I'm going to pull one out. You can see the roots. Isn't that amazing? And it's all clean. There's no dirt. And that is a lettuce plant that has been having water come into this port and with nutrients, and that's how it feeds it. It's what's it called? The minerals are ionized so that you can use water instead of dirt. So I love it.
Sometimes people are like, they're wondering, like, well, if you grow a tower garden, is it organic? Well, by nature, because they're minerals. Yeah. That's by nature, that is organic. The solution is organic because it only has minerals in it. There's nothing but nature in there. And then it depends what you would treat it with. Hey, Sharon, you can head on back in here. What you treat it with is going to make a difference of whether it's organic or not as well, and what would be certified organic. And we only use organic gardening techniques, and which is super easy. I basically have three things I do. I use neem oil. I use something called BT if I get caterpillar worms on my tomatoes. And then I don't even remember the other name of the other one. Pythagorean, or it sounds like Pythagorean theorem. I don't know. Thanks, Denny. We love all our beautiful produce. We love it too. It is incredible. So let's blow through some pictures and give you some vision for yourself, or maybe some others, or maybe some gifts that you can give of how people are growing and using tower gardens. Let's make these pictures bigger today. I'm going to try a new technique. There. Okay, so tower gardens in the home. What do you think this little girl's eating habits are going to be like? She's learning how to eat real food, okay? Not stuff out of a bag or a box. Here's the indoor tower, similar to what I have in the house right here. And putting it right near the kitchen is a popular option for people that want to grow indoors. Here's what happens when you grow outdoors, like we just saw with Sharon. You don't have to like hold back, and your indoor towers, you kind of want to keep them a little more compact and trimmed up. And if on an indoor tower, I'm not going to grow my lettuce to where it's all over the place. I'm not going to grow tomatoes at all because they're going to be viney, and although you can get a support cage like you see this lady has in the picture here, but this is the leaning tower of tomatoes, I think, because that thing's starting to lean to the right a little bit. But she's getting lots of tomatoes, I'll tell you that.
And what happens is, after that, she's kind of tired of that, she might just start over. And it's no big deal. You just take it out and you start over with some new seedlings and do different things. Or all along the way, you can replace different things.
Yeah, we notice, and the reason Sharon says that is because we notice with our new customers that get a tower garden, sometimes they're nervous, like they have to be perfect for their tower garden. You just kind of have fun with it. Plant some seeds, let them grow. If you're keeping the pH, plants know what to do without you, okay? If you give them light, water, and nutrients, they're good to go. Okay, so all we're going to do is use science to manipulate the pH in the water to between 5 and or around 6, and put the nutrients in that you get them from the Juice Plus company. And it lasts for a long time when you get those nutrients.
Yeah, people ask. It's like $60 every 5-6 months. It's not expensive.
And here's an example of a tower garden. I mean, these people have it with their RV. So when they go to an RV park, boom, they pop this down. As they travel to a new location, they just put it inside the RV, and then they do it all again. Pretty cool. This is, we talked about education earlier. This is a guy named Stephen Ritz. Keep an eye. Remember the Green Bronx Machine, because he's getting famous. He's all around the world now. But in Brooklyn, they're really growing a lot of food with these kids in the schools and teaching them not only to grow the food, but also how to market and create pesto and things like that. And then they go to farmers markets and they sell the stuff. There's a documentary coming out on Netflix about him anytime now. This is Sandy. We were actually at this event with her where we presented to the president of the Broward County Boys and Girls Club. The Juice Plus company does give a tower garden to every Boys and Girls Club that wants one in the United States. So we put in dozens of locations in the South Florida area, and it's always fun to get them going. Yeah, at least.
And just know that the company is giving a free tower garden to each Boys and Girls Club in North America. Pretty amazing. And
here's Bill Clinton at the late Kobe Bryant's homeless shelter that he built. They put in tower gardens up on the roof, I believe, and they feed the homeless with this. Notice they're growing all lettuces. That's exactly what I like to do. And I love the way they stagger them with red, green, to make it look real nice, very presidential. If your kids play video games, here's some tower gardens in the Call of Duty Modern Warfare game. That's pretty cool that they're in there. Jessica Alba loves the tower gardens. She's getting all zen with them. She's definitely a health-conscious lady, and it's pretty cool that she's growing them. All lettuce too on there, I might add. Here is the San Francisco Giants baseball stadium. If you look there on the far side there, they have part of their garden is a tower garden farm. And we also just put one in the New York Yankees Stadium. So if you're at Yankee Stadium, you can see them there. Uh-oh. My picture's frozen. It should be coming back, Danny. Is it working now?
Oh, the picture's frozen.
Should be good. Here's Bell Book and Candle. It's a cafe in Brooklyn. Not in Brooklyn, in Manhattan. So in Manhattan, right there, growing on the roof. Now, they probably have a plan B when it comes to winter, I would imagine. But look at that. They're growing their produce. Oh, yes, we're good.
Okay.
All right, they're growing produce right on the New York roofs. And there's the chefs. They look pretty happy about their beautiful produce. Notice lettuce again.
Even Emerald had tower gardens on his show.
You can see I'm a big proponent of lettuce because, lettuce is something you really eat. Sometimes people get a tower garden, and just because you can grow all these weird different things, they start growing things they don't eat. I like to grow things I eat every single day. And so we use a lot of our produce off the tower. Tower gardens also can be grown really tall. This is a commercial farm in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Has hundreds of towers in it, and they grow hydroponic lettuces, basils, things like that. I believe we're putting one in Dubai currently. That's going to be close to 1,000 tower gardens growing food in the middle of the desert. That's pretty cool. Here's CSI Los Angeles, little tower garden cameo in there. It's kind of fun. Even the Grinch loves the tower garden. Okay? So don't get down because there's good news coming about the tower garden. And here's the thing, though. You just got to figure out which tower garden is right for you. Well, someday you'll probably have more than one. I have 4 outside, and I have 2 going right now. 2 that I use to put out in other places and let people borrow them and stuff. But you have your outdoor and your indoor. Okay, right now I have this indoor going, and I have 2 outdoors. The home inside is really good for smaller plants and people that can't grow outside. People up north during the winter. I mean, imagine, a lot of people up north shut down their gardens until spring. It's like almost half the year if you're in a certain climate. Well, with this, you can go all year long. I know people that are in St. Louis that their whole garage has been converted. They have 30 tower gardens in the garage, and they sell commercially. They're making I think $5,000 or $6,000 a month selling hydroponic lettuce to cafes in St. Louis. So that's pretty good. They're actually buying a building next, and they're going to expand up to 100 towers. So that's pretty cool. So the outdoor one's more stable and is just it's a bigger footprint, but it's a little sturdier. I love the outdoor one, although this indoor one is kind of a new thing for me. I'm starting to really kind of fall in love with it. It's pretty cool. So, and I love that it's close
Why
to
don't you
you.
show it again?
Yeah. Well, I showed it
Might
a few
not have been
times.
on there.
Anybody that just came on, this is that indoor. And it's just really clean looking. Of course, I just cleaned it. Look at this, though. This is my purple tail. This is looks so happy inside my hand. These guys are happy. Love it. It's beautiful. And it works the same as the outdoor one. It just is a little more compact. There's only, I think, 13 gallons of water, 12 or 13.
Yeah, 13.
And
And it's 2.5 feet in diameter. So
I
it
can move
fits
over so
easily.
you're in the picture. I mean, you're the beauty. I'm the beast. Okay, so look at this picture, and I want to emphasize this. Cool thing about the Tower Gardens is that this picture was taken when my daughter was, I don't know, how old is she there? 3, 4?
I don't know.
I don't know. 2, 3, 4? I don't know. I can't tell with kids anymore. I'm getting old. Anyway, that's the same Tower Garden that's outside now. My daughter's now almost 16 years old. So they last for a long time. Ours have been outside in the Florida sun for like 15 years, 12, 13
11.
years. Time flies when
Tower
you're having
Garden's been
fun.
around for 11 years.
Okay. I did not know that.
It couldn't be
So
15.
even back then, and you were good. I wasn't growing at the time. And here's some good news. The Tower Garden is, the outdoor is called the Flex, and the pay in full price for that is $670. And like before you say, whoa, $670, it's hard to write a check for $670. Well, we know, first of all, we've covered all the reasons why it's a good idea. When they did an analysis of buying what you would grow on the Tower Garden in like 6 to 12 months, depending what you grow and how well you grow, it pays for itself. That $670, just it's done. So but the other thing our company does is they realize this. You only have to pay $55.83 a month for 12 months. But it's not like layaway. They don't wait till 12 months then send you the
Right.
tower. You're gonna have the tower in like within a week, and then the 12-month payments start. The day you order it. So that's pretty cool. The indoor home system has lights on it, so it's a little more expensive. Now I will say this: I've known some people that are like, "Oh man, I could figure out the lights," and they
rig it.
They rig it, or they try to buy some grow lights off of Amazon. You don't want to do that. These lights, not only do they work perfectly, I can't
You
show
can
the
move
picture.
them around. So
You can move it around.
harvest,
Yeah.
clean the
They
tower
look
garden.
beautiful as well.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. Like, you don't want this ugly monstrosity in your house. Ladies, if you're on here and you tell your husband about the Tower Garden, I understand. I've heard this a million times. I can build that. I'm going to go down to Home Depot. I can build that right now. Get some PVC pipes and I can build that. Well, listen, you can also build your own automobile. But do you want to have like a nice refined car in the driveway that works? Or do you want to have some hunk of junk that you're always having to tinker with? So think about that. Then we have something called the Serious Gardener Bundle. That's actually a Tower Garden outside, but doesn't have lights on it. But it has a tomato cage on it. It has wheels. It has an extension, so you get a couple more layers high, and that's $1,041 or $86 a month. And then if you want to just go all in and say, listen, I'm going to be growing serious. I'm going to need 3 of these puppies because I got a family of 5 or whatever. And that's if you want to grow like all the food on there. The Family Garden Bundle is going to come with 3 towers. And it's going to have, I think it has extensions.
It's a little bit discounted because they think that you're going to have it next to each other. So some of the stuff is shared. Just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
See that? I should know more about
With
this.
the 3.
And we can go over that with you as you put together your order and try to figure out what you want.
And one thing about the Tower Garden versus somebody going and making their own Tower Garden is this is WUV protected food grade plastics. So you don't want to just have any kind of material leaching into your food. So this is, very premium materials that are used. And remember, the Tower Garden is made by the chief horticulturist of Epcot. And so he did it for human nutrition. so that everything's very safe, the nutrients, the material that it's made of, and that's why it also lasts so long. So that amount of payment is not a big deal for something that lasts already for us 11 years. For other people that have had it, the demo ones, they've had it even longer. And also, just so you know, shipping costs $55 in itself, but the company's not charging that. It's included in the whole price.
It's amazing. Well, Denise, it's really cool to see. I love Denise is on the Zoom, and her comments are that she loves it. Her son would love it in Lexington, and her niece is in Alaska.
Ooh.
So, and that's the thing. Tower Gardens are contagious.
Yeah.
They're exciting. When I post these on Facebook, people go crazy. I get so many comments. So many people are interested in the Tower Garden when you just put a picture of it up. It's amazing. So Denise, we're going to be doing this again tonight at 8 p.m. and tomorrow night at 8 p.m. You definitely should get your niece and your son, Eastern time. Get them onto the Zoom, same place. And see, the thing is, could you imagine if your niece is in Alaska and they're growing lettuce indoors? I would imagine lettuce is not that easy to get in Alaska, and it might be expensive, during the winter.
I like the way Denise is thinking. She said, wants to get, I probably shouldn't say who she wants to get it for. But, like, I buy Complete Shake for our son in Hawaii. And it costs more than $55 a month. I mean, depending on how fast he drinks it. So for a child, I mean, that's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
Spend that much money on somebody you love. That's pretty cool.
Right. Oh, cool. Ice hockey tonight. Well, enjoy that.
Yeah.
And maybe tomorrow night. And you know what? We can do these. If you say, hey, I want this. Well, there's going to be a recording. This is going on to my Facebook wall.
Gather your people.
And on YouTube. But here's the thing. A lot of people, they start doing this, and you realize that people like this information. Not only this, but also Juice Plus that Sharon talked about in the beginning. And it's really easy to become a Juice Plus representative, an affiliate with the Juice Plus company. And you know what? Because that way you can share something you're excited about, and you can make a little bit of money. And that's in this economy, in this day and age, that's the way it works. Everybody loves the idea of a little side hustle, the little job. Well, we have one. It's only $52 a year to be a partner with the Juice Plus company. They take care of all the credit card payments, the shipping, the marketing materials, you name it. It's all done for you, the payroll, you name it. It's simple. All we have to do is say, hey, check out this Tower Garden. And if somebody's interested, say, hey, here's how you order it.
And as you're growing it, it's fun. It's fun to watch your Tower Garden grow. It's like having a new child. You're taking pictures, you're posting it, you're sharing it with others. It's a lot of fun. So you just, share with others.
Absolutely. Well, guys.
I want to mention that during the month of December, the company actually has like a special where if somebody did want to buy something from the Juice Plus company and become a representative, which is only $52, then they also get a Kickstart box, which is fruit, vegetable, berry gummies for free, 1 bag of each, and then chocolate bars and tart cherry bars for free, 15 of each of those. So now's the time to give to yourself or others.
You know what? Somebody got that box. Was it my mom?
Your mom.
I was jealous.
Yeah.
Mom, I'm jealous.
That was a cool box.
All right. Hey, guys, we went a little long on this, but we're excited. So we hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, and just enjoy. Yes.
Membership's an annual fee.
And you know what?
$2. You'll get that money back from the Tower Garden purchase and more.
Yeah, and then
we'll stay on with you, Denise, after we end with the Facebook.
That also pays for like your website, because you'll have a personal website, a back office where you can like monitor orders and check on people's statuses and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of pays for all that. All right, guys. Well, Happy New Year. Hope you enjoyed this information. Feel free to share this video and get back to the person that invited you here to check it out and to learn more. And if you want to order or get started with a Tower Garden or Juice Plus or order one for somebody, come to us. My name's Doug Farrar. This is Sharon Farrar. You can find us on Facebook. And My email address is dougfarrar, DOUGFARRAR 954 @gmail.com. And you can always reach us out there.
And mark replay if you watched it later.
Replay.
Thanks for joining us.
All right. Have a great day. Thanks.
Keep the news on.
I'm going to end the broadcast. We're kind of goobing out at the end here. I swear we're ending.